just say in the chat, banker tip everybody that's commented so far, with $100 to split of whatever token. And if I mean, that seems like best case scenario, John. I mean, I don't know if that exists.
I can ask the player. I can ping him.
That would be sick.
Yeah, if we could do that.
So like the context would be like, we're setting up a streaming site and we want to have banker be like the bot running in the comment section so that we can do wallet actions. We want to be able users to be able to like log in with banker and get privy wallets, like that sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is banker built on privy? Is that how they do
I think so.
Yeah. But at least it abstracts all the weirdness away. It's like it kind of feels more seamless with banker. It's like here's your wallet.
Yeah.
And it's already like a wallet with superpowers. So it's a great place to start as opposed to a wallet with no powers.
Right.
Actually less powers than like a regular wallet because your assets aren't even in there.
Mm-hmm.
We're live streamed, by the way, now. It's Arc. Arc is the thing that I literally switched to Chrome and this thing is so smooth right now. It's kind of blowing my mind because I fucking daily Arc all the time. And to me, it seems like, oh, this is the least of its worries. But literally my computer blows up when I try to use Arc for this every time.
Okay. We're here.
Back to Google, baby. What the hell?
Great find.
Sorry about
that. Did Arc get acquired by somebody?
I don't know if they got acquired, but they definitely have a new browser called Dia. I was talking to Sean about this the other day. Like, it seems like they're putting all their focus on that browser now, and Arc is probably going to end up being discontinued. I feel like.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did they get acquired though? You might be right. I feel like I heard about that.
What's their company called? It's like the browser company or something?
Yeah, the browser company.
Sounds so generic. I mean, intentionally so. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that. It's like just
acquired the browser company in September.
Who did?
2025. Atlassian.
Oh, interesting. The Kanban company?
I'm sorry. This is so corny. I didn't realize they branded themselves as the browser company of New York.
Oh, shit.
Get the fuck out of here. Of New York?
You gotta put your pinky up when you say it.
Yeah, they went straight for the crown.
It's part of the branding. They should have put that in there.
And this fucking font kills me, man. Okay, sorry. Thank you. I'm just on rant today. I'll shut up.
No, we love it.
Pretty,
hot take.
Pretentious millennial designer is what that is.
Yeah.
Whatever. Hey, good for them. Congrats on being the browser company of New York. Well done.
The one and only.
Yeah. They're clever, dude.
I guess to me, it implies that the browser company of Idaho also exists,
Yeah.
Better watch out.
Watch out, guys.
They
don't use cookies, they use potatoes.
Potatoes. Oh, that was a 10, man. That was good. Yes. Okay. So
we're gonna check on fuck, I forget his name. Not Agrimony. The banker guy.
Deployer?
Yeah.
The Deployer.
Yeah.
I'll ping Deployer. Let's see if he responds. I think he's more active on X. So I'll ping him on there and I'll give him the scoop and ask what the setup could be like. I'll also check the docs.
I would assume that other people have asked him that, especially the banker chads, the MFers of the world. I would assume he's been fielding that question, but I don't know. And maybe it's just not his focus right now because us using banker probably doesn't affect his bottom line at all, as opposed to him making $350,000 a day on AI trading fees.
I will say this is, I mean, the fees from those are crazy. This is like the banker terminal. If you guys have ever used it before.
Nah, it's cool.
In terms of like dropping it into chat, like the one thing I can think of as a restriction is they have this notion of free daily messages, and that I think you can join the banker club by like staking banker or something like that. Oh, I guess you just pay.
Mm-hmm.
But still should function the same, I think. Paying versus staking, I feel like from our perspective, should be effectively the same result to the end user.
Yeah.
It's just, that's $20 a month per wallet.
Right.
Yeah. And I wonder, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what he has to say, but if it is 10 messages a day, maybe it doesn't hit.
But I guess
I think that's dope though, because then that kind of is like a botting thing as like a botting defense too, where like anyone can just spin up a wallet and just make an account. Even those accounts get 10 free messages.
And it's only like if you tag banker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think if you don't tag it, you can just chat. And then
okay.
as soon as you tag it, it's like, what's up? What do you need me to do?
That's cool.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed, because that would be awesome.
Our branding kind of matches them a little bit, huh?
Does.
Yeah, similar design style.
This is the first time I'm seeing this.
So the login with banker, people can chat in chat, and then if they want, they can tag banker to do stuff. So the chats in the chat don't count towards banker, but then banker's like just kind of integrates into that chat. That would be cool.
Oh, is that how that works?
That would be the idea.
That's cool. That's super cool.
You swap in your ETH right now. They're like, oh shit, I have money in here.
There's some money in here, but I'm like, I don't want wet. I'm say unwrap, because it says I have like this much wrapped ether. I'm like, unwrap the wet and send it to.
Oh, that's so cool, dude. What?
Let's see.
Have you used it on Farcaster or X in the feed?
Mm-mm.
Me? No, I haven't used banker at all, honestly.
It's fucking nice, man. It's really nice. It is the thing for me though, that it's like, that's not my wallet. It's not like, if I could connect my wallet to banker, I would. But if I wanted to do shit, I have to send, yada yada, and then I'm keeping track of another wallet. But
if it's attached to a platform,
right,
then it's portable to other platforms,
right?
That's kind of
it's
actually super powerful. Yeah,
it's fucking genius. It basically, just like offers everything that the Farcaster login was, offering, but better. Compelling.
Yeah.
It's kind of slow, honestly. I'm like, when is this transaction going to go through so I can end this demo? But
I'm actually surprised. Are you a club member?
No, I'm not. I only get 10 messages.
Or
it looks like it's doing some transacting. Huh. Let's see. That failed.
I think it's because it's already sent the ETH to Jazzy, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it sent the ETH already.
Oh, there we go. It worked. Oh. I see. Yeah. We're good. I think what it is it had a stale balance. Because I did do this 4 days ago, I guess. And I thought I had more money. So I was like, oh, let me claim it now. So it didn't actually accurately reflect. Yeah, your wheat balance is currently 0, so I couldn't do anything. Okay, I have this. Someone launched a coin for me, Tailcaster. What's everyone's ENS? Split up my Tailcaster balance between.
What's a Tailcaster? Why is that your coin?
I put a joke ticker in a cast, and then someone using banker launched it and said send all the fees to me, It's nothing. It's a shitcoin. But are you CLFX.eth?
Yeah. You sending that to me?
Well, it's just like I don't know,
you're
just like we're
I
done.
see what's going on here.
Oh shit.
John, what's your ENS?
Free sponsorship for banker guys? Click this.
I do o-wizard.eth.
Oh, wizard.
Orgasmwizard.eth.
That's sick.
You know it.
Oh shit, I love it.
Let's see if that works.
O-wizard, bro. That's sick as hell.
I guess what does the O stand for?
It didn't stand for anything. Just at the beginning when I was on Discord, I was like a long string of like zeros and O's and capital O's. And then I joined a Twitter live or whatever they call it, Spaces. And someone was like, I'm just going to call you O because like don't know how to pronounce that. And then from there, and then I doxed myself like, I don't know, a year ago or something.
Nice.
Oh, I remember that. Actually. Oh. Did it work? Am I right?
Let's see. I mean, so in theory, right? Like if this works, then we could do this with higher, right? Be like send higher to these users. And yeah, I'm really curious to see like, does it try and do it in one transaction or does it try it like batch them? Like, does it batch them or does it do them as separate transactions?
Good question.
Let's see. Okay, it's submitting the transaction. I guess it's approving the token first before it submits the transaction. Okay, so that's successful. Bulk transfer. There we go. Yeah, looks like it works.
Sick.
Who gives a fuck about your taste? Are you gonna make something or not? I guess that's your primary one right now.
It must be. That's fucking hilarious. I forgot.
Yeah. So it works. If we can get banker in the chat, like we can do stuff like that, which is fun.
That would be sick.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
Banker in the chat, boys.
Yeah, this is the transaction over here with the long DNS. Yeah. Cool. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'll ping deployer.
So then I guess on the identity layer of it, with all the previous assumptions, not including this conversation, I suppose, I imagined like almost the wallet as a separate table and then like our user as a separate table, with the idea also being that like maybe people could connect multiple wallets as a user. But now with this, I guess is kind of turns that on its head a little bit, or maybe it could use the same framework. I'm not too sure.
If we get, if we get banker login, I feel like we just kind of one-shot wallets with that, and
one table for users and wallets.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But let's talk with the player. Let's see, because that could definitely inform how we structure it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, if that doesn't work out, that's all based on privy, right? So would we just do the privy option just without banker?
Oh yeah, that would be what's the second most appealing, I suppose, because we already have a login system is the thing, and it's what is it called? WagMe? What is that login system called? I know it prefers like family as a wallet.
Yeah, it's part of like the WagMe toolkit, but it doesn't support things like
login, email.
Doesn't support email. Doesn't support social logins. Doesn't support Farcaster. Maybe it does, but anyways, it's like that's bring your own wallet, and then this is kind of like we'll create a wallet for you. And it could be that part of getting people to care is that as upstream, we sprinkle some higher into people's wallets, and then it's like, okay, look, now you actually have something in here.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
Because it's like with my banker wallet, the reason I signed up to the bank, or like I logged into the banker terminal, ETH's below 2K. What is going on?
I wasn't gonna say anything, bro, but yeah, I just looked too.
Oh my god.
There's never been a bet how you feel about the current higher token. The last time that higher token was at the price it is today was the day it was launched.
Oh, that's so funny, dude. Yeah, I just bought some. You can buy 500,000 for 0.1.
Wow.
My God.
And 500,000 is almost half of 1/10%. Is that right? Because there's a billion higher. Is that the total supply?
Mm-hmm.
So that means like $400 gets you 0.1. $4,000 gets you 1% of higher. Ooh, that's discounted.
Free.
Yeah,
Higher.
but sorry. Didn't mean to. The reason I ended up setting up my banker account, like logging in for the first time, was that I had money in it, right? So it's like, if you had money, you'll kind of go through the process of setting it up. Now it's set up, and you claim it, so you've used it, so you're familiar with how to use it, right? So
Yeah,
good point.
that is a good point.
It's a great point.
But yeah, I'd say like banker, if we can get that integrated, if not, like Privy feels right.
Yeah, and I think people would eat that shit up too. Just the idea that it's a banker wallet. I think people would fuck with that. I think it's cool myself. Like if somebody else did that, I would pop in to see what's up.
Yeah, I love the idea of a banker.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I love the idea of the banker wallet. I less love the idea of the Privy wallet. Just because if one of our revenue streams is, in theory, donations, I'm never going to send any significant amount of money to the Privy wallet. Or I would be, why, it's kind of like multiple steps away. I have to like really want to donate to someone who's streaming. Whereas a bank wallet that maybe I can use in multiple feeds all over the place, then I can see myself having like more money in there. And so it wouldn't be such a big, there's not as much friction for donating to someone.
To be fair though, I don't know how that would work. I don't know if it does work outside of the specific platform. Like you have a different banker wallet for your Farcaster account than you do for your X account.
Interesting, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's my least favorite part about banker and why I actually don't use it as much, because I don't use it on X because I have it funded on Farcaster, and it's actually confusing for me to do that.
They don't have like a link account thing.
No,
yeah.
At least last I checked. If there is, then correct. But to your point, I think Deployer is just giga focused on X because that's where the distribution is, and fair enough. But yeah, last I knew that it's platform dependent. So, and good. Thanks for bringing that up because I forgot about that too. Because it would be so amazing to like go on the banker terminal and link my HIGHER.ZIP account to my X.com account to my Farcaster account. So like that would be kind of insane.
Next level, yeah.
I mean, it probably gets there.
It might be like this is a Privy feature, not a banker feature.
It may be Privy. Probably is, right?
I mean, couldn't we duct tape something like that together if we had a separate table for user accounts and etc.? Like we
Yeah,
would,
but
I
then we
guess we would
lose,
be
like,
the. Sorry.
yeah, no, totally. I think part of it is like, if we did do the privy without the banker, then we lose the agent, which is a big part of the value prop.
Yeah.
Big time. That's like the biggest value prop, really.
So maybe privy standalone isn't our second choice. Maybe bring your own wallet is our second choice, and bankers are our first choice.
But we still need the like non-crypto ease of making an account part.
Yeah.
There, I think like we would still be streaming to the other platforms, right? We'd still be streaming to YouTube, etc. I think I'm kind of tempted to just say, like, if you really want to get in on the fun that's happening on the HIGHER.ZIP website, look, there's a huge number of guides out here now that you can just get a wallet, and these are the best wallets, or we recommend this wallet, or I mean, there's a that we get ourselves into we either say we are either like hold a strong boundary where we're like, yeah, work that shit out if you want to come and get things, or we have like some kind of, okay, we're actually going to turn into some kind of here are some principles if you want to like join up. These are the wallets that we think are trustworthy. Don't click any stupid links and don't give anyone your private key.
Damn, that's wild though. I mean, we're going to become like educators of, that's kind of wild.
I don't know if it works really. I think you're basically, and either option is fine depending on how we want to position ourselves. But I think you're either in that scenario, you're only for crypto natives, and that's just kind of that. And that, if that's the way we want to go, cool. But I do think that friction is just it's a non-starter for anybody that wants to participate. Granted, they could still watch the stream and shit. It's open. You can come to the site and watch the stream or buy a calendar or whatever. And you're just not going to get any chat benefits, basically, right?
Yeah, you're right. Does Privy have its own like onboarding flow system? Like, if I don't know, how do people first get their money on there? Because if you've never been in crypto before, anyway. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Just a question, really.
Well, like if you use Zora as the example, you create an account with your email, you have a Privy wallet, and you can buy crypto on Zora with a credit card, basically, is how that goes through with, I don't know what that is, Base Pay or through Coinbase of sorts. So I would assume that that's kind of the meta as far as funding Privy wallets, which, like we talked about, is the same flow as funding a Twitch wallet, more or less.
Yeah. So Privy makes sense then. Unless we can do some crazy shit with Banker, then
Yeah. I get your point though. I mean, I just think the friction is too much, unfortunately. I love.
And then, so if we do Privy, do we want people to be able to connect to multiple wallets as well?
Right. That's the question there.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't have a preference really. What do you think, Cameron?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. It's
well, I don't see why they would have to connect it, because if the thing is sending money, they can just send money to it. Or you're saying that they could connect it so they can spend from any wallet?
I think that was the idea.
That is much more interesting, right? If you could tip from one of any of the 12 wallets you have connected to your account or something.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work with like Banker out of the box, but
right. I think Banker's still the hot commodity here, number one. I feel like, but I also am just making assumptions that deployer doesn't have time to integrate with HIGHER.ZIP right now, but maybe it's a simple process and he's like, yeah, go ahead and do it. He doesn't have to do anything. He's like, he says smart words that you understand, Cameron, and then it's done.
I'm looking at their info now, so I'm going to try and figure out what we can do.
Cool.
Like they have an agent API.
Sure. Well, so, yeah, because I mean, with Privy on Zora, like I log in with my wallet. I still do. They have a connect with wallet underneath, enter your email. And that's how I still use it. I would assume that we could integrate that as well, right? So like, blankspace.eth is logging in with his wallet. But, K-pop girl 10 doesn't have a wallet, so she's using her email. Sorry to put her on blast.
Docs, dude. That's it.
That's my alt.
Your K-pop girl 10.
Shut up, bro.
That's funny. That's fucking funny. That really cracks me up, dude.
Dude, we do have to get one of these days, one of these months, years, we're gonna all four have to link up for a beer.
Yeah.
That shit would...
FarCon, Rome, baby. Let's go.
Fuck. Man, I wish that wasn't in Rome.
Me too.
I've never been.
Rome's cool, but not cool enough in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
I went last year. It was sick, but like, nah, I don't want to fly over there.
We can meet up in New York.
True, New York is a close second. Well, it's first, but
it's first. There's no FarCon, but like, whatever.
There.
Like Colfax is moving there, maybe. Brian, are you there right now, Colfax?
No, I'm back in Denver.
Okay, but yeah, you're moving there. Maybe Brian's already there. I might move there before the end of the year.
Let's go.
And John, you just gotta hop over the ocean when you're there.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
It's that easy.
That's it, dude.
See, bro. Yeah, let's do it. Anyways, yeah, I'll probably move there before summer. By the way,
excited.
Nice.
That's the plan. We just gotta sell all our shit. It's gonna be a nightmare.
Don't mean to like really be distracted, but did you guys hear that SpaceX like did a launch where it like shot up from Texas, I guess, and then it came and it touched down in Australia, like off the coast in Australia, like it landed on one of those like
platform things,
platform things in the water, 30 minutes. Could you imagine getting from Texas to Australia in 30 minutes?
That would be insane, dude. What?
Yeah.
What would that do to the world? What the fuck? You could like commute to work in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That'd be insane. Just puke on the way to work every day because of the G-force. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a crazy
Face
bro.
melting.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would that do to the aging process? Like we'd all just be like this, like just straight up stretched.
Yeah.
Worth it, dude. Worth it to get to
Or
work.
this way, I guess, whichever way. I don't even know how you'd be sitting in that thing.
Yeah, I guess if you shoot up and it's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The future's here.
That's it.
Okay, what else from that doc, Brian, do you think is maybe most pertinent to discuss?
The biggest questions I had was about like the user base, like what identity thread we wanted to kind of go with. So I think a lot of that kind of seems on like what is available to us with Banker. And then we kind of strategize once we can confirm that, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, that was kind of my biggest question. If we still have data to acquire, then I think that we can't even make that decision. We have to
Yeah.
get that information.
Yeah. I'll look into that and report back.
Cool. Where does that leave us with the? Guess we have some calendar talk.
Oh yeah, calendar talk. I like that one you sent today. Actually, that should.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that should does look kind of nice, honestly.
I was talking to Blank Space about it yesterday. Is why I messaged. I basically told him our plan because I sent him that thumbtack.
Yeah.
And yeah, I told him about the risograph. He said, I don't know what that means, but it sounds lethal. But he was stoked on that, and I told him it was going to be like $100, and he was like, "Ooh, sheesh!" Like he would buy one. He said, of course, but he's so fucking higher pilled that he's like max higher pilled basically. He assumed that we could sell like 25, and I was like, "Yeah, we're definitely going to have to branch out beyond the current network." And that's I told him about the Instagram and the Instagram ads. And the thing that he said that worried me the most was that, and maybe you know more about this, Brian, but the turnover, no, not the turnover rate,
the conversion rate.
Yeah,
it's really low. It's like 1% or something, like even less.
Especially for an item that's like $100, like over $25, it starts to fall off like giga quick because it's not an impulse buy. So I haven't looked further into that, but it did scare me a bit.
Yeah.
Because with our margins being so low, it's like if we're paying for Instagram ads that don't convert at a high rate, like we may just be losing more money.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I'm totally open to going more conservative with it. I mean, $100 is a lot, and considering the conditions of the current market, that it doesn't seem like people would want to spend that.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially because our audience is like, for lack of a better term, traders, right? Like,
sure,
that's going to be top of mind. Like how much money they are losing is probably top of mind on everyone's right now. On everyone's mind right now. It's like, damn, this used to be 10x like 3 months ago, and like now they're just like,
cooked.
They're cooked. Yeah.
I wonder if we stood up like a mint page, if that would change the dynamics. Just because, I mean, people watching will see right through this now, but when you have a mint page, the numbers in ETH, and there's like a number minted with like a out of however many, that makes me more likely to mint most of the time than when somebody says this is $100. I'm like, no. Someone says it's a 0.05 ETH, I'm like, maybe. Doesn't seem too bad. Did you see the small brain thing as well in chat? That's so funny. That's so cool. Yeah.
It was compelling.
What was it?
Yeah. This guy, basically, he was selling merch, and you could basically change how much you paid, and based on how much you paid, the percentage chance that it would be free changed. So basically, some people were like full stacking like 0.1 ETH or 0.2 ETH to get like a jumper, and like be 90% chance it would be free. But if it wasn't free, they helped to pay for people who got their shit for free with like a low percentage, stuff like that.
Oh, that's genius. What?
Yeah, what did he call it? Buy now, pay maybe.
Oh my God, I love that. That's fucking fire.
I think I'm gonna go buy something from that because it's just fun.
That's fucking cool as shit, honestly.
If you buy, the structure was like if you bought 7 items, you have a 90% chance that they're free.
Right.
But if you hit that 10%, you're buying 7 items, getting one, and 6 of those free ones go to the other people that that rolled correctly.
That's
crazy.
fire. I mean, like, do you see a world where we maybe have 2 calendars then, and it's like the desktop one that you have that just is a set price, but then we have the other one that we use the low and high prices that we have in the spreadsheet as the range that people could pay. Obviously, the high end, you get a higher percentage of getting it for free. And instead of even printing those at all, we print them on demand. Like when it's sold, we print it. So we're not actually incurring any printing costs, maybe one to take photos of it. But then as it's sold, we print it.
That's compelling. I maybe do like the idea of having 2 calendars.
We just call one first edition and we call the other one second edition is really what it is, right? Like, because according to the sheets, according to the sheets of the mock-up that you shared there, the design would be the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to look into that site further to see how much customization is actually available. But yes. And even, well, say we don't even do the free pay, buy now, pay maybe. Say we put that aside just for this part of the conversation. To your point, we can still offer the Rhizo if we do the low runs and they're printed as
they're ordered. Yeah.
As they're ordered. And so then we can still, I love that. We can still push like our dope fucking marketing with these super sick Rhizo calendars. And then, you know, when you show up to the site to buy it and it's $100 and it's out of your range, you can get this one for 30.
Right.
And it's still nice.
Right.
I love that, Brian. I think we should do that.
Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of like, it kind of, to me, mirrors the NFT thing as well, right? Like a first edition versus a second edition thing. Like the idea of editions kind of is like, oh, we're taking these things that I think our audience are so used to seeing in NFTs and bringing it to like a real life product, you know?
Yup. Cool. Then that makes me happy because I hated bringing that up, that I'm worried about selling these things because I love this calendar concept so much and I don't want it to die. So then we can.
Well, I think the thing for me personally has been I've never stylistically liked any other like mock-up of calendar, but the one you shared today, that one's literally the best one I've seen, and it's dope.
What is it called? That gave me hope.
Artifact Uprising. Like that's fire.
That gave me hope because I agree. Like I didn't have a backup like saying that, and that was just I think I got an ad on Instagram because I was typing fucking calendar so many times.
The only downside I see to it is that you don't get the fucking pin, dude.
I saw that too. They have a couple different ones. They have like a long one that hangs off of a hanger with 2 hooks.
Ooh.
So you could have 2 fucking pins.
I'm not sure. Why do the pins have to be even connected to the calendar? Like, can't the pin, if you're going to make pins, you just throw them in there? It's like if you get in the first edition, you fucking comes with X number of these cool pins as well.
Well, first edition definitely comes with pins. The Rhizo definitely comes with pins, but the second desktop one, it's a stand, so there's no use for it. But we could still include it, and people could pull the pages off and pin them on their wall as they want. You know.
We could. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay.
Cool. It seems like the brass finish is sold out though. Bummer, but the black is still nice.
The black is still nice. The brass is class, but you know, the black is still nice because it's still metal.
Yeah. All right. So then that's what it is then. That's what we'll do.
Let's do that. I feel a lot more comfortable.
From 59. I hope you can design the calendar though.
That's what I'm wondering. I know it's custom. It is custom, but I don't know how much.
Yeah.
Like, do you just get to swap the image?
It seems like you can choose fonts for the calendar part of it. So if anything, we pick like the best one and then maybe go back to the Rhizo and just match it just for like continuity.
Or maybe the Rhizo is just different.
Is that different? Yeah, it could be that
maybe
too.
It's better that way too, actually.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it's like,
true.
fuck, the Rhizo is so much more expensive, but it's better in all ways. Even
Yeah,
the font's better.
that's true. That's true.
But also, I'll look around. Maybe, maybe there are other suppliers along this same line.
Yeah, let's go through this fucking customize
Along-
the calendar thing.
On Artifact Uprising, so I'm in the customizing thing. They won't let you backdate calendars to January 2026 right now. So I imagine that
Fuckers.
We're going February to February,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think we're just going February to February. So,
but you'd have to
order them now.
Yeah, once we're in March. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think just
we have researched
it.
So
Go ahead.
it does look like you can just, it's just a design thing for the calendar portion of it. Like you pick from the templates that they have, basically.
Okay.
For the design of the calendar itself, but the image above is, I could just upload the images. And that could be cool too, is like this calendar will have the images as you see them on the internet. And then the risograph will be like a little off because of the ink colors.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'll do some more digging today. I wonder, like, maybe I'm gonna run down to fucking FedEx, bro, and see like what their printing options are and cost, because like that site Uprising or whatever, the really only compelling thing about that is they made a stand for it.
The
right?
stand, yeah. The stand is could you 3D print that too, I guess?
I could make a bunch of those, even just out of sheet.
Yeah, because we could get like green acrylic sheets, dude. And if we could just laser cut them, I could probably do that here. I got a guy. I got a guy that laser cut acrylic.
Yeah,
not to mention that I could laser writing or a design onto the acrylic.
Big time. That's juicy.
That might be it then. What are we doing here?
Fuck them. All right, I'm gonna run around town today and find the best pricing for good prints.
Yeah, because then we keep the same design for both. And we're just printing it at a smaller scale. Yeah, like that's pretty fire, like.
Yeah.
This only starts in March 2026, by the way. It doesn't start in February.
Oh, it doesn't let us?
Yeah, that's
mine. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Oh shit, mine either. Yeah.
I think if you go to customize, top left. Does it not go back? I'll go customize.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. I see. Nice, yeah.
So this is a good backup, but I feel like if we still, that's hot.
I mean, the other aspect of it the other aspect of it is like, what's this going to cost us? Is it 60? $50.
I use a promo code. I googled the internet for.
See that?
Yeah, like something like that would be fire,
For
dude.
brands that makes these as dividers for their crates.
Yeah.
And like, come on, bro. Come on. These are expensive, but this is also like giga thick.
Yeah.
I think we can get it for reasonable. Have you heard of Send Cut Send?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at their costing even too.
I think it's cool to give people something they can assemble. That's like, if it was like neon green, kind of like that, even if it's thinner, that's cool.
Fucking sick.
That could be fire.
All right.
I mean, honestly, because of the pin, right? Like whatever color that green is, if we could get an acrylic sheet the same color as the safety of the pin there, like that would just be.
God, bro.
That would be fucking
now
sick.
We have a product. That's a product, all right?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, and then we have both. We're appealing to both appetites, right? If like you want to buy the $100 calendar, cool, you can still do that. But then here's this other like $60 one or $50 or whatever the end cost ends up being, you know.
Yep. All right.
And did we decide where you'd sell them?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't.
Oops.
The higher market was obviously the obvious kind of like first green flag, but I wonder. I guess we'd have to talk to Jack about this, but like, is there a world where like higher market allows other like sub markets on other higher sites? You know what I mean? Where like we can have like, I don't know, a HIGHER.ZIP gift shop, which maybe has the same inventory levels and products as higher market, but it's just like housed on our site.
Yep. I mentioned that to Jack last week, which is higher market could be hosted on HIGHER.ZIP.
Right.
We've got stream, NFT, digital goods, and then we've got market physical goods.
Yeah.
All zipped up, if you will, on the site.
Let's go.
Jack, he found that compelling. We haven't talked further though.
He's quite keen for someone else to kind of run with that at the moment, higher market in general, because I think he just felt like he hit a bit of a dead end in terms of selling products, essentially. So I think he'd be relatively happy with it. Maybe double check with him, but I think the site would be a good place for it. And then it's just whether, are you pricing things? Is it checkout with Stripe? Is it checkout with, how do you collect information? What's the flow there? Because I guess that would be cool to iron out, because then we can get this done, like maybe even the next week would be sick, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, we need it. The clock is ticking here.
Yeah. I mean, today I blocked out my whole day to do HIGHER.ZIP calendar design after this call. So design should be done after today. So that would be helpful if you guys could focus on like the production, which is like, how are we going to make them and display them? This artifact uprising thing would be sick, but if we could do it cheaper than 50 a pop, then that might be even better, by manually printing the sheets separately and doing the send cut send for the acrylic or whatever it needs to happen in that way. So we can kind of like weigh out our options. And then similarly enough, maybe we reach out to Jack to start having that conversation about higher market on HIGHER.ZIP.
Yeah.
Two things that seem to potentially touch are this like banker thing with the user flow and how that relates to shopping on our site. Again, maybe too big of a thing to try to even do or connect or pontificate on right now, but the way our user identity works with like shopping on the site is definitely something down the line that we'll have to think about. Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think for starters, if like Jack and the integration there doesn't work, we set up 2 mints on our site with counters and histories of who's minted and allow people to go in and do it. And then we'll just reach out and get their shipping information.
True.
As a starting point, and we can take payments in ETH and maybe we adjust, like, depending on how much more ETH crashes, we can raise the cost.
Well, can we set it? This is what I did when I sold hats initially. You couldn't get to the mint page until you've entered your shipping address. Can we do something like that? Because it is a fucking racket to gather like all this personal information, especially in a way that's like, if it's I don't know how
International.
sensitive people are these days, but I think they feel more comfortable if they're typing it into a query as opposed to like sending it over DM,
That's totally fair. Yeah.
And people can even load a burner wallet in that case as well. You load a burner wallet, type in your address stuff, and then you buy with that whatever you loaded that burner wallet with. So nobody has to know who you are when you buy it.
Would you, well, so to that point, do we need to accept credit card?
Right.
I lean towards yes, but I know that complicates it kind of derails whatever that NFT mint.
Right. Well, I'm wondering if there's I'm wondering if like Coinbase Commerce has something like this where it's like you can buy an item that maybe is a digital, but it collects the address and it takes credit cards, but it also supports crypto. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think they do offer something like that.
Because then we should probably just use that because then that's like
Yeah.
fully covered. I think the biggest question mark would be like if they can actually support the mint. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I can look into that though.
Yeah. Yeah. I lean towards just for simplicity's sake, whatever
Gets us the money in any currency.
whatever is least friction so that somebody actually buys it. If that means it's not a mint, I'd be okay with that, as if it means that they click buy.
Yeah.
So whatever works on the minimum is collect address, and then pay and whatever.
Yeah, I feel like as long as we accept USDC, we're good. USDC and credit card, that would be excellent. I had actually reached out to Deployer like a year ago to ask him about using Banker for e-com, but he never replied. I think it's untapped. I mean, you saw that with the Claude shit, the Claude bots. They were building like a platform where on Solana where your Claude can buy shit on Amazon. Did you see that?
Nah.
It was like Perch or something. Anyways, diversion. But yes.
I gotta go in 3 minutes, guys, but we haven't talked about the token stuff.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh damn! Is 3 minutes enough? Damn it! I just registered that. My bad.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, like, what sort of? And I can always catch up with you guys about it afterward. But like, where in general do we stand on things?
The poll, first of all, right? What were the kind of latest results on that? And that's more of like a temperature check, right? Than like any official.
Yeah. So the latest results on the poll are 10 votes for deposit into the upgraded thing. 8 votes for just a bridge to mainnet, and 4 votes on snapshot and then UToken, and then 4 votes for something else. And the majority of people are talking about we shouldn't be upgrading the token when we haven't sorted out other basically marketing, and sometimes they're talking about governance, other times they're talking about people should just own different parts of whatever HIGHER is supposed to be. And the best feedback I've received on whether we should do a mainnet migration is that there should be some sort of like clear reason that we can articulate kind of quite simply beyond kind of I can talk about it in terms of like set the token free is a kind of nice thing, or the tokens of national park, they're nice things to say, but like what is some kind of there needs to be something that people can rally around as like, oh, this makes sense. It's the best. because people in general seem to get why you would go to mainnet, but they just don't get how it ties to the story of Higher, and they think that we should be focusing more on like the ecosystem stuff if they're against the migration.
Yeah. So it's ambiguous still, basically. The thing that may be pertinent to make clear is that we can do both. Like what we're doing now is building out the ecosystem without reliance on the token. Honestly, that's already happening, you know. And if other folks want to do that as well, go ahead.
I mean, I'm trying to communicate that, and I guess it doesn't always land. It's like people, I say, yeah, we're gonna upgrade, and then you can still do everything you're saying. Like it doesn't change anything. I think the only thing it changes for people is like, but what if it goes badly and now the token's down even more, and we haven't even got anything to say, oh no, don't worry, this is happening, I guess. I mean, I personally think, and maybe everyone here feels kind of similar, that there's not too much attachment to the token price and not much worry about the direction that things are headed in terms of we're experimenting and having fun and we have an idea of what success looks like. But I guess that's what people hung up on from what I've read, is that once you migrate, things could go worse from where they are, which is like now, what, 280K market cap.
It's 280K.
No, I think it's like 350, something like that right now to go to zero. But I'm guessing that you couldn't get to zero, so it'd be about 280.
When we started HIGHER.ZIP, what was it, like 4 mil?
Yeah, something like that.
So that means we
10x'd it.
Yeah. When we hit all-time high again, that's 200x from here, bro. See, that's what you need to tell people.
Oh,
Guys, I gotta run. But
Yeah.
Yes, let's hit the 200x. We'll be in touch on Telegram though.
all right, man. See you.
Yeah, but the main thing I get from this is like people don't understand, or there's not a clear idea of why you would go to mainnet. And I've tried to describe it essentially as like, I'm looking at 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and this seems like the most concrete thing to do. And I guess the argument against is, well, we should do other things first, and then maybe if we're actually successful, then we can consider doing it. Which is like just the opposite way I would say, the way that I think about it. Not like their way is invalid entirely. It's just like I'd rather invest energy into something I feel could grow to that level, rather than grow it to that level and then have to go through a process where there's even more people saying we should do this and we should do that.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's good framing, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to kind of boil it down to an easily digestible conversation. You know, it's, as you know, difficult.
The other conversation to have is like, if we don't migrate, then the conversation swaps to, okay, you don't want to migrate, but this is now what HIGHER.ZIP are going to do. So HIGHER.ZIP are now focused on revenue, and we're not going to be putting so much into the perm pool. Thank you for the perm pool, but we're pivoting because we can't survive. We just rely on that. So expect now, if you buy things and we're saying we're 10% going to HIGHER.ZIP, it's probably not going into the pool. It's going into, running things again. So I've also come to see that like, maybe it's not ideal that we would be on base if things continue to change or develop in the way that they're developing. Maybe it'll end up being great and we'll just be like on the commerce L2 and it'll make sense. But there's some, doubt around that as well. So I think, whichever way it goes is fine. I think we just need to continue to put like another flag in the ground and say, okay, we've got to this point where it looks like these are the options. So we're now narrowing it and just kind of funnel people towards like, okay, this is what it looks like we're doing. Now we're going to make a decision. I think if we label or we pin like, okay, FarCon would be, you could do it the FarCon date, or there'll be a date at FarCon where we would migrate if things are at 60% and we just keep the upgraded contract open. It wouldn't change anything for anyone in the short term. Like people could still deposit into there and withdraw from there. And you'd just have like you'd have conversation about it. Like I could ping the chat and say, oh, now there's 15% of tokens in there. Or look, it looks like, I don't know, Martin is accumulating more tokens for this upgrade and he's, or I am accumulating tokens and just throwing more and more in there. Like, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes sense to me. The stepping back just slightly what you said about like putting the flag in the ground and HIGHER.ZIP. Regardless, I think that's kind of an important thing is the regardless aspect. And it made me think about like us depegging from the token in a way. That sort of verbiage came to mind, which is true. Hey, the token is doing nothing for us. We realized we have to do things that don't revolve around the token. Mainnet seems like the right way to achieve that for us and for everybody else in the future. It's starting to make sense in a, I don't know, digestible way. Because I haven't been able to put it into words at all yet. You've done a great job, but I haven't been able to write anything that encapsulates my thoughts on it in a way that it's like 3 bullet points. It doesn't seem to be enough.
It's way easier to tell the story of why it matters if we didn't have this previous token. If this token doesn't exist, then you can say, look, we're going to start a decentralized brand. We want it to be open, and we want it to be something that people opt into if they want to, be part of the ecosystem. Therefore, we're going to launch a token that has 0 fees and lives on Ethereum mainnet. And people can buy that token if they want to, but they don't have to buy that token. If you want to be a higher aligned business, we suggest that with some portion of your revenue, you direct some of that value back to the Higher token as a thank you for the support that you receive from people who enjoy the idea of Higher. Then it kind of starts to make sense to me where like it's a choice to include the token. Like we've got to the point now where the token and Higher are synonymous, but you kind of want it to be a choice to embrace a token, and then it makes sense for token holders to make decisions based on the fact that they hold the token. So if anyone can now build a Higher brand, if I'm making hats and Colfax is making hats, if you're a Higher token holder, you're going to ask both of us and say, well, what are you going to do for the token? And if I say I'm going to do nothing for the token and Colfax says I'm going to put 10% of revenue into buying back the token, then you're probably going to buy it from Colfax rather than from me. But if you're just an enjoyer of Higher, you're just going to look at the 2 people selling hats and say, I'm just going to buy whichever hat I like most. Like I'm not even going to factor in the token. But at this point in time, we've got ourselves in a situation where people are kind of focused on the token price to the point where like it clouds the overall ecosystem, which has always been kind of like open and you choose what you do with the IP.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Clip that, bro. Honestly, like there's probably some banger clips from the last 3 streams that may be beneficial to share on the timeline, since it is so difficult for us to, concisely write exactly how we're feeling about things, that clip right there should be on the timeline. It's fucking good.
Can we do that?
I also think like there's people who just have a different opinion of what higher is. Like they equate them together, the higher and the higher token, and that's a fair point of view also.
Totally.
Totally. And even my view is like, even in that situation, the mainnet thing makes sense.
Agreed.
But you know, some people don't think that, and they think that, you know, we need to incorporate the token even deeper into what the people who are building on higher do, which is kind of what we tried to do in the first instance, but it just doesn't make sense based on our overall vision of what higher is. Because at the beginning, we were like, we want this to be kind of one of many organizations. We don't want to be the main organization. And we could find ourselves in that position if nobody else feels the impetus to, or feels like there's a competition or there's opportunity space that, you know, HIGHER.ZIP already have most of the fees coming towards them. So what's the point of me starting an org? You know, that's kind of not what you want.
That is a great point as well, by the way. I feel like that is absolutely true as far as just a overarching, an overarching emotion. It seems like, yeah, we now have the fees. Well, we need to make those fees work for HIGHER.ZIP. As if someone that's not part of HIGHER, well, it's like they have the fees. We need to figure out how to make those fees work in this scenario. And we're saying the fee at all, the system is bad. It's not don't know who it's benefiting. Honestly.
Well, I think what I would say is like, we've been successful in terms of getting people to make shit. Like
True.
People have like developed their making as a result of like the missions that we've put out there. I think, and some people have like rejoined the ecosystem as a result of the fact that there's higher stuff happening. I think that we have been successful in that sense. It's just what we've run into is like the revenue from the fees isn't enough to draw to fulfill what we wanted to do, essentially.
Yeah, the revenue is not even enough to support those missions. The missions are supported by the treasury, which disappears every mission. Or treasury. Yeah, it's unsustainable. And I think to your point about 5, 6, 7 years, when you think from the longevity perspective, the unsustainability of the current structure just becomes so apparent. If we wanted to pump the token in 6 months, you know, and cash out, the current structure probably works for that, you know. If we wanted to push the meme, push the missions, push engagement, use the treasury in the most effective way, we could pump the token in 6 months. But after 6 months, it all falls apart anyways. So you either sold your bag at the top and got out and don't care anymore, or you're in the same position we're in right now, just 6 months from now, making progress in a direction that doesn't truly make sense. Okay. I think we're all on the same page there.
Yeah.
I do think it's compelling to, and maybe I can pull them from the YouTube to pull a couple moments of conversation about this that kind of encapsulate our thoughts or broader thoughts or other thoughts. Because people want to watch videos, you know? Not everybody wants to join the Telegram and read fucking, you know, 300 messages to gather what the atmosphere truly is. Maybe smart. Question is, okay, so we have the poll results, right? and they're not. It's not as clean and clear as maybe I expected it to be, which is cool actually. For what it's worth, the varying of opinions and direction, but what do we do now outside of kicking off upgrader sort of lock your tokens thing? Is there a step 2? Say upgrader step 3. What's step 2? I don't know. Is it a broader poll or a more? Do we repoll with the information that we've gathered from this poll? In a more tailored way. I'm just thinking out loud here.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think we had previously talked about bringing the poll to HIGHER.ZIP, so there's like accountability behind it. Like the vote would be tied to an actual wallet, I suppose. But if the poll performance or attendance, I guess, is kind of low, maybe that's not a wise use of our time.
Agreed. That's why I do feel like that poll may want to exist on Farcaster.
Yeah.
What we did, maybe a slightly revised. But is that a waste of time? I mean, Agrimony said something very important in my opinion. Is he said, are we going to make this decision based on the votes of 15 people?
Exactly.
And the obvious answer is no. But is the correct answer yes? I mean,
Right.
how do you weigh the value of an individual's opinion? Is it, oh, you're more active than others because you're in the Telegram where the poll happened, or you hold 2% of the token, so your vote holds more value than the people that are actually discussing it?
Right.
It's a confusing.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Just to go on like an even kind of like the wilder thing that we could do is just launch another higher token on ETH mainnet. Offer people just basically say we've given up on the base token. So we would essentially just try and start again with a new token.
Keep your old token if you want.
One, right?
Huh?
Which was option 1 on that poll, basically, right?
But I'm talking like we don't even snapshot.
That's crazy, bro.
It's next level, yeah.
What's the? I could say more.
It's basically saying we don't fuck with how it's gone so far, and we're going to try again, fresh. And you can come along for the ride if you think this token's going to kill the other token. If you don't think it's going to kill the other token, then just ignore us. But we're going to be talking about this token from now on, because this is the token we believe in more than the other token.
Yeah.
That's pretty punk, bro. We watched that kind of happen with that Solana.
Yeah.
With what?
Definitely different framing. Bri Kane and Nikki Saps launched a higher on Solana like.
Oh, right.
9 months ago. And it was eaten alive. It was fucking eaten alive. But it was an experiment in a way. It wasn't such a. I don't know how I would describe it as different than this, but in a lot of ways. Also, I think ETH ETH maxis are on Farcaster and just puke at the sound of Solana in general. So it's a little bit different. It is a compelling idea, John. It does seem a little guerrilla, maybe in a good way, but my initial reaction is in a bad way, even though I love the idea.
Yeah, I think it's not. It doesn't scream higher together. It screams we think we're right,
Right.
so we're betting on ourselves. The other way to do it would be with the snapshot, and let people come and claim within a window, and whatever people didn't claim within that window would, but then, yeah, that would be the other way to do it. But then, maybe that is the way to do it, I guess. But the other thing to consider is always that what is the token address on the higher zip, on the higher thing, higher, what you call it,
Aim higher.
On higher on chain. Twitter will, I haven't any access to that, so that will stay as it is.
Can Saint not change that?
I don't know. But the in that scenario anyway, there'd be a bit confusing because it'd be like, do you put both in there?
Yeah, I don't.
Because one of the nice parts of the upgrade contract is you get like a consensus that people can say, okay, we're going to do this. I mean, after the vote, I'm kind of thinking that it would be, to get the consensus would be pretty huge. But I guess what it would force us and other people who support the deposit to do is, if they deposit their tokens in there, either people ask, well, why did you do that? And they can articulate their own version of why. Right. Or the people who want more people to deposit in there can start articulating why it's a good idea for the other people to do that.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. You just talked through why I think number 2 on that poll is definitely just the best option if there is to be migration. It seems like the most higher together way to do it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, ETH Classic, right? Like, having higher Classic just seems unattractive. And to be fair, like, I may be thinking about it now, I maybe lean towards the upgrader deposit or no migration personally. And then we just HIGHER.ZIP does whatever we see fit as we're doing now, and that's it. Because we can, it is true, we can continue to do exactly what we're doing now without migrating. It's not a requirement at all. It doesn't, it doesn't change anything functionally.
And we still have the infrastructure as well to, if things did really pick up and fees were increasing, you can plausibly add people to our structure, and say it's decentralized, but it's just not decentralized in the same way that no fee recipients is.
Correct. So so then that is the simplest way that you could approach describing the intentions behind a migration to mainnet is zero fees. Is you could just, decentralization is maybe the simplest explanation. Is there a simpler one? Or is that even, if I had to give one word for why mainnet zero, it would be probably would be decentralization.
Yep.
What's more decentralized than that?
I don't know.
There's nothing.
Everybody has their own higher token.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has one.
Creator coins, basically.
Oh shit. Yeah, okay. That was helpful for me.
I feel like I'm getting mostly nowhere in Telegram. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes some people sometimes are thinking, okay, this makes more sense. But most of the time, it's like, oh, I'm recognizing, oh, this is just a genuine split in terms of what we're prioritizing, and that's fair. But it's just that we disagree, and that's fine too, I guess. But I'm noticing more and more that, oh, if we disagree, it's just we disagree, which is kind of why I like decentralization as well.
It's almost a better argument for the mainnet zero migration is the disagreement. It's like it does feel like it just opens all the doors for anything, anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So, well, I guess so then. Is there a step 2 before upgrader?
Well,
Like
I guess
you said, concise. Go ahead.
I think maybe we just try and drive more people to the poll, or we run a poll on Farcaster. I just don't know how to run a poll on Farcaster, to be honest. So that's why I haven't done it.
Would you use this? Would it be the same poll? Probably.
Probably, I think, yeah, because if only like what?
Yeah,
I think more than 15 people have voted. To be fair, go on, sorry, Brian.
Last week I shared a mini app called Ponder that might help out in polling on Farcaster, because I think it opens up the poll as like a mini app, and it works like how I guess the Telegram interactivity of the poll is, but natively to Farcaster. Yeah.
I can make that poll if we think it's beneficial.
From the HIGHER.ZIP account, maybe?
I think so.
It could be.
It could be.
Yeah,
it could be yours too.
I don't have a preference really.
I think distribution from your account might be a benefit here.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, let me do that then, because it feels like the poll has currently left us in some sort of stalemate, maybe. For better or worse.
I feel like I would say, like, even though I feel like some of the conversations they didn't unfold the way I expected them to, or might have hoped they would. I think overall it still feels like progress. Like it feels like there's more in the air. The people are popping in the chat and like that haven't been in there before and asking questions, trying to find out what's going on. So I think there's overall I think 26 people voted on the poll. So it's not like 26 people's maybe more than I would imagine are posting in the higher channel each week. So
yeah, which is cool. It is cool. Yeah, and that is, it's just there's no right answer. It's the fact of the matter, and I think the realization that there's no right answer is what has driven us to this position currently. Understanding that there will be no right answer is why mainnet zero is compelling.
Yeah. And I think we are converging on like possibly if you had to rank what the hardest issues of a token-based community are, we're like running into all of them, right? Is like general consensus, getting everyone to agree, like we're running into all of those problems. And to me, and this is just a personal take on it, which is like when you can't solve for all those problems, then you just got to end up just doing whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yeah. Unless, yeah, the other option was, which I find incredibly unattractive, simply the clanker migration on base that allows us to set up a robust governance structure, DAO style, but it's like, I don't know. I think most people would agree that Higher is not a DAO.
Right.
It's just not. I don't think it should be, personally. I don't think it is, and I don't think it should be. But
Yeah.
I think most would agree with that. So it's like you either go fucking full send, balls out, or
Right.
same thing in the opposite direction.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Yeah. Now I'm just saying the same shit over and over and over.
Yeah, it just kind of is what it is at the end of the day, I suppose, right? Like, either we full send into the token thing, establish a DAO, and then boom, like that's the thing that we decide to do, or we literally don't do that. And I think to John's point, like in both cases, I don't think there's probably not a wrong one out of the two. It's just really a matter of like, what do we want to do? And not only us, like, what do we want, or what do we like want other people to do? What do we want to do? Not as like HIGHER.ZIP, as higher together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want everyone to do what they want. And like that's the way to do it, I think. Because over and over again, I'm like, if you want to set up the governance structure, you can. Like, please go set up those working groups. Do everything you want to do. But I'm not going to run it for you. I don't think you can't get anyone else to run it for you. It's gotta be like, it's going to be opt-in.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to make it. I like Carl was saying, nobody's trying to make an overarching DAO. Or if they are, I don't want to be part of that.
Right.
Same. Go ahead, please do.
Yeah.
Not for me, but
I'll be cheering. I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I love you. That's what the Six said that, which was very. It was impactful for me in the Telegram. He said that's what the party DAO was. We had a token. No one was generating fees. There was no liquidity, so we set up party DAO. That can still exist. You can do that.
Yeah.
Please. Run with it. Yeehaw.
Do you think you're closer to being able to describe it in like 3 bullet points, Colfax? Because I think that would be amazing if you're like getting there.
I am getting there. I think. Yeah, I have 1 bullet point now, decentralization. The other 2 I could probably nail down. The question is whether or not these bullet points, just because the bullet points reflect my 3 main points, does it resonate with anyone else? We'll see. And if it doesn't, then are the bullet points bad, or like you said, we just disagree? Not sure. But yes, I feel like I'm getting closer because I've been stressing over it. I've tried writing about this multiple times, and it's just turned into a very long, whatever the hell. And it's like, it's just not. Yeah, it's hard to digest. It's like, it's not helpful. It's not even helpful for me, is what I'm realizing. It's like, okay, I just wrote like 1,000 words, dude. Like, nobody's gonna read that. Nobody cares. It's like, do I even care if I can't say it in like 100 words?
Yeah.
Figure it out.
I think what I've been another helpful thing of having like engaging in the conversations with people in Telegram is that I have been, and I want to be really open to people nailing it. If they can nail it and I'm completely wrong, then, that's amazing. But I just want you to, I'm going to drill you for the details. I need you to give me every detail because I've tried to find every detail that works and I can't. So,
Yeah. That's a good point too.
And I think if people are drilling themselves and find that, oh shit, they hit where they bottom out. We're bottoming out the chart, so you got to bottom out and how you can think about it too. Then you realize, oh, maybe the simple thing, like Brian was saying, is just to remove all the problems at once.
Right.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm writing. So I wrote "Higher is yours." I wrote "Higher is jazz," and now I'm trying to write something that's like higher aligned in brackets financially. So like what it would look like, what it actually looks like to. I've not mentioned the higher token in the first two things. The first one's just about like the IP. The second one's just about like how would a decentralized brand form. And this third one will be like, okay, if we are going to have, if there is a token, how do you relate to the token, or what's the best way to relate to the token if you are going to relate to it?
Mm-hmm.
I think that might. The trouble is it's kind of the kind of post I'd like to post after a migration. It's like, okay, here it is. If you want to engage the token, then this is kind of how maybe you want to think about it.
Good point. Yeah, from that framing, if I'm creating a decentralized brand, there would be no token involved at all. If you tasked me with creating a decentralized brand, I don't think I would use a token.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though.
What it is useful for, the token, is for people to bet on the proliferation. But the only way you can combine the proliferation of the brand to token price is if people who benefit financially from the proliferation of the brand drive value back into the token. So the commitment almost has to come from two sides. The commitment has to come from, and they're both integrity commitments as opposed to like you've written in stone, you have to do this in order for it to remain open and competition full. Mm-hmm. The two commitments are, one is if you're generating revenue, to find some way to directly drive value into the token with some of that revenue. So that could be you accumulate the token, you buy and burn the token, or you deepen the liquidity of the token. You could also price things in the token, or you could privilege people who hold the token. They're basically the 5 things I can think of. Then on the token holder side, you've got to commit to only working or giving your money to people who are using the IP and doing one of those things. Because if you don't, then you're rewarding people who are kind of just, I mean, you're giving your money to people who don't care about you and what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was excellent. Those 5 things were excellent.
Yeah, that's dope. Clip it. Banker, clip it.
Honestly, I want to... John, you've just been bars all day. Like, people need... If no one's watching the stream, if whoever is, I love you. But for the folks that aren't watching, yeah, that is just, yeah, that opened my mind.
Shout out to our viewers on Zora. Forgot about those. Just thought of that as you said that. Our 2 viewers on Zora. Let's go.
I love you.
But yeah, if you create the poll, then on Farcaster, I think that's the next step.
Yeah.
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 Agreed.
I agree.
The last thing I'll say on the token is, for me, the token feels like it represents the meme of Higher, less so the brand. And it's hard to explain the delineation between meme and brand? Because you could convince somebody that they are the same thing, but you could convince somebody that they're entirely opposite. But the token feels like it's a meme coin to me. It's a meme coin. If you want to push the meme, the token makes total sense, in my opinion. If you, the token just, it feels a little bit like it gets in the way. Unless you're approaching it from the angle that this is a stock, it's like,
Right.
but even, yeah.
Well,
Now
even as a meme coin, it's like a tool. It's a tool to get people
Agreed.
inside. So if you're a brand and you want to sell some high merch, buy some of the meme coin, and you'll get maybe some sales as a result from people who hold the meme coin. Because you're like, okay, why not? Like, oh, you're like, I like this hat, and they're fucking gonna buy some of my holdings portfolio and get a cool hat. Yes, I'll do that. I think looking at it as meme coin is kind of correct. You kind of, if you're a brand, it makes sense. And this was what people were saying right at the beginning anyway. There's like to hold higher.
Mhm.
I think the only thing that happens there in that situation is then people say, well, who's the marginal buyer, or where does more value find its way into the token? And then you either have to grow the brand and keep on telling people, oh, you just buy, it's a meme coin. Or you tell people, oh no, there's like 9 sub brands who all make revenue and drive 5% of them into the tokens. So basically, I'm betting on people supporting those businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does fall into some sort of like Ouroboros.
Nice. Something going on with my computer here. Let's see how long till we're back online. Stream coming back online. Give me 1 second.
Like, complexity is just so, I don't know, but that's personal. That's very personal.
At the very simple level, it's multiple business hires store of value.
Yeah. Yes. No, you're exactly right. And right now we have multiple people, no businesses, treating hire as a store of value, realizing that it was not the store of value that they dreamt of.
So the idea in what we're talking about is like, how do you make it into like a proper store of value? Well, what value is it going to store? It's going to store the value of these to the network that allowed those businesses to be a thing in some shape or form. Maybe not directly, but through supporting them in their early stages. That's how it becomes store of values. People basically earning money by dropping it into there, like keeping it, pushing its float higher and higher, or pushing its floor higher and higher by putting more of their money in it. And yeah, was basically all of the coins.
Yeah. I do keep coming back to what Ripe said about just push the meme. Like, if you think about the token all the time, just push the meme. Like, shut up, just push the meme. And he's right. But I think the ways in which HIGHER.ZIP, and others, but speak for us, the way we've chosen to push the meme is, through platform.
Right.
Building the infrastructure. It's like, okay, how do you push the meme? Use existing infrastructure or build a new one. And we've decided to build new. Whereas folks like Ripe or, others, Blank Space, etc., they can just push the meme on Twitter and we can all hold hands. It's a little bit of what you were just talking about, the symbiotic nature of what pushing the meme looks like for you. The meme results in my brain as arrow thumbtacks. Does that help push the meme? Sure. Blank Space creating images that have cool yellow text at the bottom. Does that? Excellent. However that goes. Freedom. Mainnet zero. Allow people to push the meme in whatever way makes sense to themselves. It's bizarre in that way too.
Yeah. I hear that for sure. And then in a way, you just want, it's like, yeah, the token doesn't make sense, unless you make it make sense.
True. God damn it. All right.
It can be as simple as, you know, there's high businesses pay people, and then they decide to buy the token. It can be as simple as that. I think you're right though. Like I think once we set a deadline for like how long we want to talk about the token for, we set, and then we just move on from it. I guess. I think the deadline should be Farcon. I'm glad that Farcon is going to go ahead with its thing. Through Chacha. That's sick. But then after that, HIGHER.ZIP can stop talking about it and be like, okay, we accept your decision. We're going to continue. We're not going to tell you what you should do anymore.
Yeah. I like that outcome. Regardless of the decision, I like that outcome. Farcon does make sense, yeah. All right, well, at risk of me saying the same thing another time, maybe we get back to work. I'm gonna bop around town for I have 2.5 hours. I'm gonna go check on how to print, where to print, cost for prints, see if we can make this alternative make sense outside of that site we were talking about. And then I'm gonna look into that acrylic too.
Yeah, I'm gonna reapproach Beast Type, the first printing place that we went to, with the finished designs and get a quote from them just outright, like, oh, you know, how many editions do we want to go with for that second one? I guess like just ask them like how many for 100, how many for 200, how many for 300, what, you know, I guess just get a price range. I'm sure there's like a quantity discount.
Yeah, the quantity costing, I think, will probably drive a little bit of that, but also the idea that we were going to send, hopefully all these metrics work, but we were going to send one to each person that submitted or was chosen for the calendar.
Right.
Which is actually only 9, I think, right? Including John, because I just sent out the rewards last night.
Oh, okay, so yeah, must be 9 then.
It was, yeah, I think it was 9.
Well, I think it was 13 total, and plus
9 without John.
Yeah, it makes sense. 13 plus 4 of us. Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And do we need? Okay, so yes, that's great. Best type. Should we just go forward with at least printing 2 of them for you and I, so we can start doing marketing?
The Rhizo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I'll print some more of I'll make a few more of these. I'll send them over to you. I'll send you some of these higher pencils if that's helpful for whatever marketing photos, whatnot. I'm making a video of the process of making these, so we'll have like just an auxiliary supporting video for the Instagram or whatever. Also just on Farcaster, because I feel like if we tap in, it's obvious to reach outside of Farcaster, but also we can reach right outside of the higher channel on Farcaster, maybe with some more success than
Yeah.
swapping entire platforms, because people fuck with higher that don't interact in the channel,
Right.
If we offer a sick product, they're more likely to buy it than some random person on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Let's do that.
yeah, let's maybe just reconvene this evening, even if just in the Telegram, to kind of share our findings. Yeah, because we do need to get cooking,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish all the design aspects today. In terms of the risograph colors, there is a big selection, so I'm gonna probably end up like, if you guys have any input, definitely send it to me. If not, I'm just probably gonna pick one colorway to apply to all the images rather than switching colorways every time.
I would do that, bro.
And then, yeah, it'll just be that. And then with that, I've been making, which are in the Dropbox, do like color channel separated images with the idea that we would share that on social with like the before and after essentially, and then how each of the colors kind of goes out. So then as I'm making them, we'll have like, I guess 13 assets to be able to share. I also have drafted up some other auxiliary stuff that we could post to potentially educate people on risographs pre-launch, but like it's up to us if we want to even do that, how heavy-handed we want to be with that, basically.
I think it's a net positive, at least a bit, if not a lot, if depending on how much time we have.
Yeah.
I don't think we lose, because it is fucking sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we should, we don't necessarily need to hit everybody over the head, but definitely let people know. Actually, maybe hit people over the head. Fuck it.
Yeah, because I think the thing with it would definitely, I think it's the right move because we have the 2 price points. You know what I mean? I don't think it gets much better than that. So it just really depends on like how hard, I guess off the top of my head, we would market them equally, right? But
I was wondering that, like, how cool do you make the cheaper one?
Right.
If you want people to buy the limited one, because I feel like we could make the cheaper one cool as fuck.
Right.
But is it like, well, the $40 one is really sick. The $100 one is very sick, but like, is it $60 more sick? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess how I've been thinking about it from our side is like they are essentially 2 different products, So like, I guess I hope that people won't necessarily compare them in the sense of like which one is better than the other. They're more so buying or purchasing it based on like what their preferences are based on like what they want as an end result. Like if they're the type of person who uses the desktop thing, functionality speaking, speaking of the functionality, then there are people who are just going to get that based on the mere fact that, hey, I can put this on my desk. Right. And then vice versa on the other aspect, which is like, I have walls that need art. Maybe that's just the type of person who will buy the risograph one.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's probably the right way to think about it. It definitely factors in. But yeah, I think, well, to that point, and like you've mentioned a few times now, selling the idea that these are art prints.
Right.
You're getting 13 art prints with the higher cost one is got to be like the best marketing for that.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so.
The one's like, yeah, you get a sick calendar. You get a cooler calendar than you would have bought anywhere else, but you didn't get 13 art prints.
Right. Exactly.
You know, it's sick, but and who knows? I mean, that could be if you're thinking about it from okay, so think about it from just like a cool perspective for us. Like, all right, we get to make the fucking dope one that we've wanted to make. We also get to make a cool one, which is fun. But we get to at least make that dope one as well as potentially sell a bunch more of the cheaper one and maybe actually make a little bit of money.
Right, exactly.
As opposed to just eat it.
Right.
So I mean, whether or not which I guess that's what I was getting at there. Like whichever one does better for us, I guess maybe
It'll inform
doesn't
the
matter.
next one. It'll inform the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like if the cheaper one sells a bunch and the Rhizo we sell 5, maybe who cares? We still got to make the Rhizo ones. We still have them, and we made enough money to give a free one to each artist.
Right.
Just win, 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 win. Okay.
Yeah.
Ideally. Anyways.
All right. And then on that, just as a closing note as well, I have a friend who has like a prototyping studio, and I'm going to go to it on Monday. So if we have anything ready, design files, I could experiment while I'm there.
Like the acrylic stuff?
Yeah. Laser etching, like all that type of shit.
Yeah, we'll have that done by Monday for sure.
So like if we want to put a design on the acrylic itself, that would be the moment to do that.
I think we should.
Yeah.
So maybe, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, sick. That's cool.
I'm sure he has like pieces of acrylic laying around too. So like to test the design and what it would look like on the laser we could do that for sure.
I could come up with design just that little stand that the brass one was in acrylic and send that to you before Monday.
Oh, really? Is that fast?
Chances are, yeah.
That would be sick.
They say like 2 days, but last time it was like 3 or 4. So by Monday, it's realistic.
Let's do that then.
Let me do that today. I'll do that today. Then I'll push that up.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
Okay. I know this guy likes to do testing also on acrylic. So if you could send 2, maybe if it's not that much more expensive.
Yeah. I'll send a couple.
So then I can test one to see like laser depth and all that. And then we'll have like the one that we could like photograph then later, like for marketing shit.
Maybe I'd send more than 2 then. I'll look at it. But yeah, we'll send a couple.
Sick.
Okay. Sick.
All right.
Cool. Fuck yeah. Anything else?
That all for today. We're at 2.5 hours, 2:28.
Yeah, I think
solid stream.
One of our best. I feel like a lot went down today.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good after that.
Big moves.
Could be a big week. Big week.
It is.
But I think, pop out that poll as soon as, then straight into the calendar, heads down on the calendar, let people work themselves out on the poll. I can be in the comments on that over the week. And then next week we can hopefully announce that the calendar is available to get.
Yeah.
And I guess that might need some coordination with Cam
Jack
at the beginning of next week. But I imagine if you pick the simplest option for him, he'd be able to sort that out. I was looking at Coinbase Commerce. I'm not sure that they integrate both credit card and NFT. But if you just let them know, like, this is the priority, this is what we need addresses, then we'd love to have this, and then we'd love to have this. And if you can get all of them in there, then that's great. I'm sure you could whip something together relatively fast.
We could do then is, you could check out with Coinbase, or you could check out with Stripe or whatever, whichever. You're coming with your wallet, you're coming with your credit card. I feel like that's not crazy, right?
No, it shouldn't be, at least, right? Like,
if that's, there's actually no chance that that's crazy.
Cool. So then hopefully that's like getting sorted before the Thursday stream. And then on Thursday stream, we can spend a good amount of time maybe talking about the calendar, and then a good amount of time just analyzing what happened in the poll. And then we'll also be able to make decisions on the poll and then continue on the calendar side of things. And hopefully we'll have a decision in a couple of weeks' time based on the polls, what we can do there and what we'll do in regards to the upgrade, and then set that date far out to, if we're going to upgrade, it's like, okay, we're going to be definitely making a final decision at this point in time. And then we've got all that space to talk about that when and if people have brought up something interesting, and focus on other things, mainly the stream and stuff, which I'm hoping can get cool. We've got, as you were saying earlier, we've got people who want to stream stuff, so it's good.
That reminds me that Chatra was talking about next week to come on and talk about the Farcon activation as well.
Oh, sick.
Ooh,
yeah,
I'll ask him. It does seem like a busy stream. I wonder if you'd want to do it just a different day.
Yeah, Wednesday or whatever other day, I guess. Or just at a different time on Thursday then, like we'll just switch the ambient video on, and then like maybe 2 hours later, or we'll do it vice versa. He could take the 12 o'clock, whatever. Yeah.
Because I know 12 is pretty late for him.
Yeah.
So maybe either like early morning for us or late night for us. We'll figure it out. I'll reach out. Okay. Sick.
Cool.
Nice.
Good job, gentlemen.
All right, guys.
Higher, bitch.
Higher, bitch.